Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do a reading for you, Virgo. How you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. Hey, this reading can be for the week next week. It can be for now. Listen, whenever it's going to resonate with you, it will. Some of you aren't even going to come across this until time has passed. So let's do a reading for you. It is a weekly reading for you, Virgo. Let's find out what's going on for you, my friends. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How are you? Tell me how you are. Let's find out what's going on for Virgo. Virgo, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to book a private read if you're interested in that. I'm also going to tell you about how to find the extended if you want to do that. And Virgo, if you keep coming back here all the time because you're my ride or die, whatever sign you're looking for, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, thank you so much for being the ride or die. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed, if I'm coming through your feed anyway, you might as well subscribe. It makes a big deal to me. I know it's not a big deal to you, but it makes a big deal to me. And if you can find it within your heart to give me a thumbs up, that's how we grow this tribe. Let's find out what's going on for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. What do we got going here? It's not ready yet. That's what Charlie just said. Charlie is my guide, by the way. It's not ready yet. And when he showed me that, actually, he showed me my clairvoyancy, he also gives me my clairvoyancy, showed me an oven and the light is on. And so it's like, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. I want to say this is a time for you to rest. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of time, effort, or energy into something and you're burning out, or you feel burnt out, or you're like you've had enough. I want to say that it feels like you've had enough. It's time for you to ground yourself. It's time for you to rest. Before you pick up the next wand and carry on with your shenanigans here, it's time for you to ground yourself and to rest. Somebody's got their back against the tree. I feel like something is about to show up for you. The moment of alchemy is here. And when it is, it's like, you know, when it's going back and forth, it's not yet ready. And so I feel like it's going to be ready soon enough, but it doesn't feel like it is just yet because the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. And because the Ace of Cups is the beginning of something, right? The beginning of the opening of a heart space or the beginning of a really lovely cycle that's coming up. It feels like you're going to know when this cycle has shown up, but I feel like we're almost there. It feels like you've been waiting for a really long time for something or reassessing a situation. Look, this could be on your side. It almost feels like you're trying to be your own hype man or your hype woman, right? It feels like you're trying to hype yourself up to do something, but it's not ready. It's not time. And I think that you've been like getting ready, getting everything in its place, working really hard to reassess and to nurture something, waiting for the right time for it to work. I don't think you want to be caught by surprise. I don't think you like surprises. I think you'd rather be planned. And so I feel like the moment of alchemy is going to strike you, but I feel as though it's not until you finally rest yourself. Look, you got to rest your brains. You got to ground yourself again. It feels like you're burning out from maybe thinking too much, planning too much. Tell me more about Virgo. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Page of Wands. So something here is exciting you. So at the thought of going on this new cycle or this new Ace of Cups being here, that is something that is really sparking excitement within you. But I think that you know that it's not time yet, because if I ever had to say that another sign that was more psychic than the psychic signs, I would say it's you, Virgo, that you are very, very much in tune with yourself, being connected to the earth, right? I feel like you're emotionally exhausted, I want to say. Emotionally exhausted, or you've just sort of had enough of showing people your emotions. It feels like you need a break. And I feel like the reason the Temperance card is here is because this is your time to wait for the universe's green light, is to wait for the go-ahead. It feels like you have been, I want to say like I'm looking at a boat on the sea. Now, I'll tell you, it's the Bering Sea, and I know that because I have seen the show, what do you call that? What is that? Deadliest Catch? And it looks like one of those fishing boats, right? And in my mind's eye, in my clairvoyancy here, it's being tossed to and fro. That's what it feels like Temperance is to you right now. It's like, I don't really know. The thought pattern's too rough. It's not really time. I think you want to wait until your emotions calm themselves. And the only way your emotions are going to calm themselves here is if you ground yourself. There is something exciting that's coming up in the future, but it's not ready yet. Tell me more about this. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. See? Harvest, right? So 7 of Pentacles, we saw it on the bottom of the deck. 7 of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck, and that is where we throw the seeds of intention and we nurture and we work and we keep our head down and we reassess and we keep working hard. And then when we get to the 8, that is the harvest. That's where we see the fruits of our labor. All the things that we've been working for. For someone here, it could definitely be that you've been working really hard on building towards something. Maybe you're saving money, building toward a loan. Maybe you are building a business. It feels like something is about to take off for you, Virgo, and you're quite excited about it. But it's just not time just yet here. I do have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It feels like you are observing something from a distance, going over details, making sure I have everything in place, because that's what you would do, because you're the subject matter expert, right? The 8 of Pentacles. Do I have the right lighting? Is it the right temperature inside this inside of this this place where I'm trying to grow things? Or, that's sort of what the Temperance card is about. It is balance, it's healing. It's when everything is in its most healed state. That's when something is going to finally stop going back and forth and everything is going to collide into this perfect moment. Tell me what's happening in Temperance here. What's happening in this perfect moment? We do have the 4 of Swords. So whatever this is about, could be about love, could be about a workplace, could be about a job, could be about a big decision you're making to open up some sort of a new cycle. It feels like you're going to know when Temperance is here, because you're going to all of a sudden be stable of the mind, you're going to be clear. I feel like this 4 of Swords is also connected to the 9 of Wands, which tells me you haven't been feeling very well lately. And I don't think you're sick, understand? I don't think there's anything wrong with you, but I think that you've been feeling exhausted, not feeling clear in the mind, maybe feeling a little bit foggy, going back and forth in your mind about something that you've been trying to get the answer on, that you've been trying to think about in a clear way, to get the details, to figure out what the analytics are. So I feel like you're going to know when Temperance is here, because the first thing you're going to feel is clarity. You're going to feel stability. You're going to start feeling better, not so exhausted, not so emotionally exhausted. You're not going to feel so tumultuous in the mind here. With the 4 of Swords, you're going to have stability of the mind. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and that's when you know it's time to drop the seed. So I feel like this seed being dropped adds to these seeds here. That's where the confidence comes in. That's 9 Pentacles. Now I definitely know you're building towards something on your own. And look, when you're building something on your own, tell me in the comments, are you an entrepreneur? When you're building something on your own and you don't feel like anybody's on your side, it's terrifying. And so I feel like you're going back and forth, and I feel like you've been really grinding hard, and that's why you're probably exhausted. Probably emotionally exhausted. And it doesn't have to be because of romantic things. It just could be, I feel like I have nothing left in the tank. So I feel like what's going to happen is when you'll know when Temperance is near, when the moment of alchemy is coming for something new to start, because you're going to feel solid. You're probably going to get some sort of solid offer about something, but you're going to feel solid. You'll feel grounded. You'll feel like you're ready to bloom again. We've got the 9 of Swords, but until then, it feels like there is the worry that something won't grow. I've dropped the seed. Maybe you're worried about the perennials that you planted. Are they coming up or are they not? It could be something like that. But listen, it feels like it's a seed that you planted back there and you're worried that it's not going to grow. And I don't think that you can decide on whether it is or whether it's not. I don't think you can make that decision right now. But you know that the thing is the 8 of Pentacles, it almost feels like you've hit the glass ceiling. There's nothing more I can do here. Once you get to the 9, there's like nothing more. There's no more work you can put into it. We're just waiting for someone to saunter about with another pentacle so we can have the 10. I feel like right now you've done as much as you can do, Virgo. Tell me about the Ace of Cups for Virgo, please. Tell me why this Ace of Cups is in the reverse. We've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Cups. And we've got the the Page of Cups. Look, the Sun is on the bottom of the deck. I think you're waiting for a breakthrough. And I think it's coming. And I think that the way you're going to know that the breakthrough is near is because of the Temperance card in the Four of Swords. You are going to get clarity about what you want to do with that pentacle. Or you're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. So you're going to start, maybe you planted something back there and now you're going to start seeing it bust through the soil. But I think there is a worry that it wasn't going to grow past a certain point. The Ace of Cups is in the reverse because the Ten of Swords is here. I feel like you're hesitating or holding back or not wanting to move forward because of the Ten of Swords. It feels to me like you've been through something really brutal, like a betrayal, or somebody really hurt your feelings or lied to you. It feels like you're still in recovery mode. That's what it is, right? It feels like you're still trying to get your wits about you here. You're trying to get solid. You're trying to get grounded. We've got the Two of Cups here, and we've got the Page of Cups. Something new is coming, and it is good news. And the Two of Cups tells me whatever it is going to be reciprocal. So it could be, some of you, this could mean romance. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be for all of you because we've got Pentacles involved here. So it could mean that for some of you, it's finally going to become tangible in the pentacle world, right? In the 3D world. This could be romantic for some of you. The reason that you've been hesitating to open a new cycle with the Ace of Cups is because the Ten of Swords is here ahead of the Two of Cups. You do want to deepen the connection with somebody and make this brand new. And I feel like you see the goodness in it because the page is sweet, is kind. The page is like, it's like puppy love, right? But I feel like in the back of your mind, because I'm looking at this guy here and in the back of his mind, right? Meanwhile, he's going to offer a cup, and in the back of his mind, he's thinking about this, right? And that is like, maybe we can start at a way where we can start deepening our connection, maybe through a group of people. We have 2 cups here and 1 cup here. That's 3. Maybe we can start doing it through a group of people, being with a group of people instead of having to do it one-on-one. Look, the Sun is here. There is a breakthrough coming. It feels like this breakthrough, is about the 5 of Swords. Very interesting, because somebody here, I feel, has not been trusting themselves. The 5 of Swords is, I'm fighting myself about the breakthrough. About that this is a really good vibration. This is a good vibration. She's going to get ready to hit that gong, and those gongs, they vibrate for a long time. Have you ever heard one up close? They vibrate for a long time, and you feel it right at the core of yourself. And so I feel like there is a breakthrough coming here, that somebody's going to stop fighting themselves and finally step forward, but it isn't going to be until the moment of alchemy shows up, and I think you'll know when that is, because you'll feel rested, you'll feel better, you'll feel solid, you'll feel healed, or you'll feel like it's the right time because you'll have clarity of the mind. We have the King of Swords, we have the 7 of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands. There is your big, bold move forward here. So the 7 of Swords tells me you've been keeping something under the surface, but it's time to be honest with yourself. It's time to really look at the facts. If I deal with this in a head over heart way, and I deal with the facts, I have to look at the temperature in the room, in the terrarium. Is the temperature right? Do I have enough moisture? Is the soil nourished enough? Have I planted the way I'm supposed to plant? Have I planted enough seeds? Like, the facts, you've got the facts and the analytics. Factually, everything is in its place. Now you're just waiting for this. Let's talk about this here, because I feel like there is, in the moment of alchemy, you're going to feel more emotionally energized. I feel like your intuition or your psychic energy comes back online, is what it feels like. And all of a sudden you can make a decision. And that's what part of the moment of alchemy is, right? Everything being in its rightful place. Tell me about this. We've got the Magician in the reverse. We've got the 2 of Swords, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I think that while you were in this depletion here, you felt like you couldn't create it. You felt like, I don't know, because the Ace is in the reverse, and so is the Magician, which makes sense, right? Because the Magician is the one that carries all the aces. So I think that in this emotional depletion, you're like, this isn't going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I don't believe that it will, because the Magician is the creator. And when they're in the reverse, it's like, I'm playing mind tricks on myself. I don't think that it's going to work. I don't think I can create it. I think that even in this energy, you're still thinking about, how can I clearly take a shot at whatever it is that I want without really seeing it for what it is. Like, I can't see it. I've got to use my intuition. And I think that that's why the Queen of Cups is here. I think that the universe is asking you to use your intuition in order to make a decision instead of seeing it and believing it, because you're very much about the details, the analytics, and the clarity of the facts. I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is here to taunt you. It's like the carrot on the stick is what it feels like. And the universe is like, well, how bad do you want it? What you need to do is clear your energy and then trust yourself, because I think you're going in blindfolded. That's what it feels like. You're like, I'm going to have to do it anyway. I feel prepared. I feel like I have all the details, and this really excites me. So what is it? What is in the Eight of Pentacles here? Tell me what it is here that you feel ready for, because I think that you are as ready as you're ever going to be to jump into something head first here. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Empress. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Cups. For some of you, oh, and the Wheel of Fortune just showed up. Okay, it is a moment for everything to change, grow, and expand. It is this moment of destiny. So I feel like what you're jumping into head first for some of you is going to be, okay, I'm ready to have a baby, or I'm ready to start having children. But for others of you, it doesn't have to be that. It is, I'm ready to stand alone. I'm ready to be okay to be in the Nine of Pentacles, and I'm ready to do it alone. Look, the Empress is single for quite a long time, because the Empress knows their worth and is somebody who has a specific criteria of what they are looking for in a mate. And so I feel like somebody here is in their Empress energy, whether you're feminine or masculine, man or a woman. This energy of feeling the stability of being ready to give somebody some of your energy reciprocally. I feel like somebody feels solid enough, grounded enough, in balance enough. Harmony is here, and I'm ready for the right moment where I birth something new. And I feel like it is walking into a room of people where you're going to be giving reciprocal energy. I feel like the Seven of Cups tells me it is overwhelmingly, I'm going to say, as it's touching this Page of Wands, there's a little bit of excitement, but it's also overwhelm. And you know what the overwhelm is, I think, Virgo? It's that you have so many choices. You don't have to go with one thing. I think that you have so many choices, it's really hard to pick from one of the Seven Cups. So I feel like this is an exciting time for you, but it feels a little bit nerve-wracking because you feel like you're going in blind. It feels like you're going in blind because the universe is asking you to use your intuition to make this decision, because look, you can't make a wrong decision. Regardless of what's going on, destiny is here and things are about to change. And so you have been on the outside looking in, or have been feeling in lack, like I don't have the energy to make this change, or to grow things, or expand things, or expand my finances, expand whatever I'm feeling in lack about. But look at this, the World card is here. I don't think you have much of a choice. Look, when the major arcana show up, of course you always have a choice, but you only have two. Are you going to react, or are you going to respond? And how are you going to do that? I feel like this is a real milestone or an achievement for you, because you're closing off an old chapter of feeling in lack, not having enough, not feeling enough. And I feel like destiny is here telling you, look, everything's about to change and expand, including your money, including the way you look at your finances, including the way that you look at your abundance. That is all about to change as well. So I feel like there is something that is coming up here that is a really big deal, that I feel like you're ready for it. I'm going to say whether you feel ready or not, you're ready for it. You're just waiting for the moment of alchemy here. And the way that you're going to know that alchemy is here is you will finally get the clarity enough to say, okay, I'm ready to give that offer, or I'm ready to accept that offer. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be in the extended, then please come with us. Look at the top of all of the comments. There is a pinned comment. It'll give you a link to purchase this outright if you'd like to see the extended and just this one. If you would like to come into the extended in the membership area, you can do that, where you'll get 4 extendeds in a month if you're just watching one sign, more if you're watching other signs. And if you're interested in a private read, I am still offering private reads. I'm doing them pre-recorded, but I'm also doing them live. So if you would like to do that, they start at $25 and go up from there. Please go take a look at my pricing and my packages. And if you're interested, that's for pre-records. If you're interested in a live reading, those start with a discount of 5% and go up to 75%, and you'll get a discount simply for booking ahead. What are we talking about in the extended? I think we're going to talk more about this, but let's put down 3 more cards to find out what else we're going to talk about in the extended. We've got the Star, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. This is this going to pay off or not? Because I've been putting a lot of time, effort, energy, and money into building a foundation, and I feel like you have a hope that this foundation is going to give you some stability, or that you'll be able to stop juggling. I feel like you do have a goal in mind, but the Knight of Pentacles is here because the Knight of Pentacles is asking you to enjoy the journey, Virgo. This is your energy to slow down, to pay attention to the details, and you're not late, you're not behind, you're just particular, and that's the way it should be. Because the Knight of Pentacles is the only one we can count on to get to the end goal, right? To get to the goal. It's the only one that we can count on to get to the goal. And so the Knight never stops, never stops, keeps moving, but is moving slow and very analytically. So I feel like you have hope that you're going to get to the goal, but listen, you don't know how to get to the goal if you don't pay attention to the details on the journey. So I feel like it's taking you to a place of stability and a place where you're going to make a really big decision. We're going to talk more about that in the extended, and yeah, it's going to turn out something here is being restored. Something here is being made right for you. We'll talk more about that as we get into the extended. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You take care of yourself, Virgo, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.